man.
Just along for the ride?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I like this for like random. I think this is a good idea for like just for fun cup tournaments to do maps per round type thing, especially for like newer players who are getting tournament experience. I think it's good, like even on maps that they're not good at, it kind of forces them to feel the pressure of like every decision matters, even on maps that they're maybe not the most comfortable with. So, plus it's like you said, it's fun. You don't get to see Awoken every game, so it mixes it up.
Yeah, that's kind of why we went with no champ bans either, because a lot of people, Gillisack, were really sad that every time they'd sign up, they couldn't play the one champion they loved the most. It was like, this isn't an official tournament. This is just for fun. Let's let them pick anything they want. It's better practice. And then once I realized that everyone and their mother only wants to play Awoken, I was like, I'm going to start picking maps because I'm the daddy.
Also, sometimes the map selection process took as long as some of the matches. However, this is backfiring on us the first time.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I like the Nyx pick. Don't like the outfit, but I do like
what
the
was
Nyx
it, the
pick.
Christmas Nyx?
It was the Christmas one, which isn't bad, but blue on her doesn't look that great.
Her default skin is blue. What are you trying to say?
It's like blue and black, though. You know what I mean? It's like the black leather with the blue outline. This is just real blue.
Blue.
Blue. You know what I'm saying? That's like Smurfy blue. What are you gonna do? But piehero versus VAValo.
Prepare to fight.
Live on Blood Covenant, round number 2 of FortyLions Den number 11. I'm gonna start on, I guess, piehero. He kind of he's kind of taking a little bit of a break here. He's gonna get the lower pillar spawn. And yeah, this is exactly what I love doing. You can pepper with super or heavy machine gun early, put the pressure on here. Needs to be careful not to give up mega though.
I like that move a lot. Good intel here. He should get the frag. Very nice play.
All day long.
I kind of expected VAValo to just straight up go up and get the mega, but I don't know. Maybe he felt he could run around a bit, and that piehero would be at heavy.
Yeah.
I like this move a lot. Oh, he forgot about the whole 500 milliseconds shot timing.
And then the jump and everything, but that LG is picture perfect, and he will electrify everyone as he goes up the trampoline.
That was more than just a tickle.
Yeah, Elmo doesn't know what to do with that one, but the rockets, will they save VAValo? No, 3 HP from piehero, and that's a quick round. That is a quick one.
Prepare to fight.
To her dismay.
Yeah, unfortunately. I will be back in 20 minutes. The refractory period is a long time, but hopefully the next round will last longer than that, as piehero will now get the stairs spawn. A little bit different, but he could try and do the same thing here.
Yeah, I expect him to delay mega here. Yeah, get rockets. He's like super delay now.
Wow,
it's working out for him. So VAValo didn't even know. He didn't even try to suspect. I think as a player now, if you're on Blood Covenant and you start, and you're being engaged with pretty early, you kind of have to expect that the other guy might not have picked up mega. Like if you know that you spawn on heavy side, you kind of need to start playing around that and maybe see if you can take advantage of it.
Piehero trying to take advantage of the trampoline play, but he won't. He's actually on the lower stack here as he's trying to escape through LG, and it looks like he will make it and recover back towards the heavy. So yeah, if they come at you real quick, unless they're like Athena, chances are they left up the mega, right? Unless they have like an unbelievably fast champion.
Yeah, I think if you're being like pecked down with machine gun within like the first 5 to 6 seconds, then they've obviously taken the time to move into the center or move towards rocket to try to cut you off. And so you should kind of think about that. So even if you don't, let's say like get the frag or end up stealing the mega from them, you'll know that it's at least delayed, so that you don't like push in there at the wrong time and then like get the heavy stolen from under you. So it's just something that players should look out for.
Ooh, good rocket from piehero. VAValo not so lucky here as he misses his, and he needs to try and back away here, and eventually does, but it could be too late. Here comes the invis and the aggressive play from piehero. VAValo wisely doesn't go for the mega, but still not making enough space between the two of them. Good rockets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, indeed.
Those rockets were perfect to keep him alive.
What I'm noticing here is Piehero's kind of struggling getting his speed going. Like, what if he gets a couple jumps in, he's like moving around the map well, but it feels like his like first circle jump is not very ideal.
Oh, and this is shades of the first round here. VAValo actually doubles back. He wants more, and he is crippled with 25 HP. He needs to try and find something. Pops the vision to try and stay alive. And yeah, I mean, he took a little bit of a break. I don't know if it's just a little bit of rust. I know he's been playing maybe some CTF pugs on the side, but piehero hasn't been as active as he used to be. Yeah, the movement's looking a little suspect. I mean, who am I to judge, though? I run into everything. It's a mess.
His aim doesn't look suspect, especially his LG. It like looks really good. So if I were him, I would just try to work on my movement, like figure out, you know, what type of angles that he should be taking to try to strafe jump a bit better and increase his mobility. And it's just seriously, movement is so important in Quake Champions, and once you finally get a grasp of how to move properly, it just completely opens up your game. It's like, it could be one of those things where players that you've been losing to consistently, let's say like, let's say you're losing every 4 out of 5 games. Once you start getting your movement down, like if you've been struggling with it, you could, like overnight, see a huge difference, even just against those opponents you've been getting crushed by.
Ooh, and piehero with the aggressive play there. VAValo did get the rail on the first champ, but the refrag goes to piehero. And yeah, I think you're absolutely right. One of the first things people should do is get that movement nice and crispy. Aim and all of that can come over time. But the quicker you get the movement, the quicker you can get back and forth between the heavy and the mega. You can escape, you can close gaps. Everything really stems from movement, especially in this game. I think that's the same for any game, but it's so much more critical in Quake.
Indeed. I think the hardest thing for newer players seems to be chasing or cutting off properly, like getting to a place fast enough to actually utilize their control and position. And so sometimes they just don't get the same fight opportunities because they're not where they should be, you know, as quickly.
VAValo shouldn't be here as we're nearing sudden death, and he doesn't have the stack to try and fight this. He is going to back off towards the pillars, and he has some resources to work with, but if he's too early for this mega, it's going to be curtains, and he takes that rail, but
nice prediction.
I think he's going to be okay with that because he will stay alive for the time being. Dire Orb comes up a little short. That's unfortunate. He got blocked by the ledge, posterized.
I like where VAValo's hiding right now. They have the same champs. He knows he's completely out of control. And good. He's just playing off of sound to try to get back to his base stack. Let's see. Does he have a railgun? Let me check on his perspective here. He does. So, yeah, now that he's 100-100, he can finally start to try to get some peak rails going, but have, like, a light armor at his back. And that's one of the strong points of this map is when you're out of control, there's so much armor around that even if you take a rail or two, you can stack back up.
Oh, and the nails aren't going to save him in the LG battle, and that is just an improper weapon, right?
Yeah, improper weapon, and a good catch from piehero, who just obliterated him with LG. And once he caught him, that shit was over.
It was Dunsky, but he still has one more round to try and make up for it. I'm going to start off on VAValo. All pressure's on him, and he's going to pop that vision extremely early. And I guess that's not as bad. He does have the 3 vials to work with, but again, I personally like to save it until, like you said, about 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 seconds if you want to get really crazy.
Yeah, on this map, it's not necessarily that bad. Like you said, there's the 3 vials. And in this matchup, you need to just stay high ground, buddy, please.
Oh, what a rail from piehero. Right between the cheeks.
Just clapping.
Just clapping, and there's a good return rail, 10 HP. Are we going to see a machine gun switch? That's what I was...
Thank you, Forty. Same wavelength, thank you.
10 HP, and he survives because of that glory shot. And, I don't know, man. Tim was on here saying you got to look good when you play, so always go for the rail, always go for the glory. I feel like he was trolling a little bit.
You know, yeah, that's what Tim likes to do.
Timmy's a little troll, but piehero looking real good. VAValo does have the mega, so his stack is a little better, but piehero is playing for this heavy. Oh, that rocket actually didn't hit. The defensive rocket's a little bit of a tickle, but nothing too crazy. Invis back up for piehero and the heavy as well. Bit of an awkward fight there, but yeah, that machine gun switch could have netted him the frag, and this could be a very different situation if he just would have switched weapons.
Indeed. But we are here. And with no LG, even though he's been on the LG side of the map, finally gets one. The biggest thing is he needs to maintain position first. Oh, this is risky.
Oh, the rockets forcing out the
good, though.
invis.
He timed that well.
Great rail. That's keeping him alive here.
I know that they're both like railable, but he should have pushed there. Like maintain position. Oh my god, what is this? Cooler? Cooler rocket jumps? Okay, there we go.
Here with a great rail, keeping the pressure on here. Can he hit another one? Misses, unfortunately, but he could try and get one more, potentially. VAValo now down by that LG. Piehero doesn't have any rockets. And again, the Dire Orb up to the rail. A little bit of LG take off of VAValo. Is he actually going to take this fight? There's a great rail again, forcing Piehero to retreat, but he doesn't close the gap after that.
No, he flicked. He had it lined up and he flicked. Why'd you have to shoot like me?
Oh no.
Why'd you have to do it?
And Piehero with the shotgun work will close out that frag, and just like that, it's down to Athena, and she's getting crazy.
Going for the hero shots. He could have just switched to LG and it would have been over.
Well, he is a Piehero, so he has to live up to the name, but unfortunately uses invis, doesn't get the frag, and VAValo lives to see at least another couple seconds. Heavy goes to Piehero. I'm going to switch on over to VAValo, see what he can do. He has one hook in his arsenal and a lot of tri-ball, even some LG, but no rockets.
I really like Athena. Like if you have even players, I think Athena is better in the next matchup.
Oh,
because
tickle.
Yeah, the LG was super strong. It's a good catch. But overall, I think Athena, if the players are even, Athena is better because once you force out the invis, you have the potential to get away twice. Unlike, you know, with Ranger, you can maybe orb away or rocket jump. I mean, you could potentially grapple away twice and get full control if you force the Nyx to invis, you know, at a really bad time. So, or it's the case where a Nyx invises and then you figure out where she is and you could chase her down pretty quickly. But I mean, props to Piehero there, like keeping his composure even though he like messed up at that rocket fight, just keeping full control. And like I said in the other match, you should try your best when you're in control to catch Athena with LG or machine gun. She can be hit pretty well by them right now, and try to avoid rocket fights if you can. And he did just that.